Salute, 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 and salute, man. This is Nocturnal Thoughts, man. I'm gonna try to do this video, man. I kind of thought about it a couple of days, and uh, I just felt like I had to make this video, man. This is just a, s- a par- this particular video is directly to a YouTuber, and the name of his channel is Real Talk Boxing. Go over to his channel, hit the subscribe button. He has 8,000 subscribers and some change. So I know anybody that's tuned in to me knows who I'm talking about. And I'm hoping that you don't mind, because I am going to talk about some of his personal life that he divulged on his platform. But I want to just talk about how it is currently affecting my thoughts. And this is Nocturnal Thoughts. And I'm going to be 100% honest. The first time I watched a Real Talk boxing video, I did not like I did not like the message. It really pissed me off when I first watched his video. But I'm a type of person, I give people a fair shake, a fair chance, and a benefit, because you can never totally judge a book by a cover, and you never can just read the first chapter, you know what I'm saying, and come to a conclusion. My first conclusion, my first idea, my first impression of Real Talk, he was a video talking about Deontay Wilder. That's the first video I watched from Real Talk Boxing. And I did not like his message. I thought personally that he was a Uncle Ruckus. I was like, man, this dude, man, to me was coming off so negative, you know. And I'm not like the hugest Deontay Wilder fan, but time and time, when I hear something that I just can't agree with, it doesn't settle with me, I have to address it, and I use this YouTube as a platform just to, if it's contrast to what I'm hearing, if you come with this energy, I'm gonna come with this energy, and then let them, you know what I'm saying, mix and blend and do what they gotta do. But I didn't like Real Talk Boxing from the first impression of the first video I watched. But at the same time, the stuff that he was saying, it was not like it wasn't true. Some of the stuff he was saying, I even was agreeing with. But, you know, wasn't what he was saying, it was how he was saying it. I was like, man, this dude is like Uncle Ruckus from, what is the name of that show? I'm forgetting the name of the show. With Riley and you know what I'm saying, Grandpa, the Boondocks. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna give him a fair chance. I'm gonna watch a couple of his videos and see what other topics he talk about. And I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, be that type of person that because you say something that I don't agree with, or you say something that I don't like, that I'm choosing not to subscribe, or I'm gonna leave negative comments and, you know what I'm saying, talk about all this. I'm not that type of a person by my nature and design. So I start watching his videos, and I start reading into it, and following his thought process, and listening to his breakdowns, and listening to his experience, and seeing him as, you know, as a person that's coming on YouTube that's more raw, that's more down to earth, that's more real. You know, not a fugazi, not a putting on the front. Every time he come out on a video, it's not like he's trying to, you know, be dressed and to impress and suited and booted and putting on this show. He just coming at you with his life, his thoughts, his breakdowns, his journey, and just a type of person that reminds me of a family member, like not an Uncle Ruckus, but actually like more like my brother-in-law. Is who he started reminding me of as my brother-in-law, and I really respect my brother-in-law. You know what I'm saying? He's a real stand-up guy, and Real Talk Boxing. As I start watching his channel more and more and more and more and more, um, was just somebody I could really relate to. And even on the Deontay Wilder subject, a lot of it I was agreeing with, and I have agreed with. But at the same time, some of the things I still will disagree with. He was talking about like, um, you know, when you're talking about race, religion, and politics, those conversations always felt like you only can have those conversations with people that's very, very, very close to your inner circle. It don't belong in hardly any other platforms or any other. It don't belong in a workplace. It don't. You can't. Those conversations are so based off of beliefs and what you've been, your culture and what you've been brought up to think, that it's to go somewhere else and to try to have a conversation about a race or a religion or a politic. You know what I'm saying? It usually doesn't go well. It usually doesn't translate correctly. You know what I'm saying? You have to really get to know the inner workings of a person to have a conversation about them as far as discussions of religion and race and politics. And boxing. Because looks like me, boxing is almost a religion to a certain extent at this point. I wouldn't call it a religion. I wouldn't say it's a religion, but it's part of it's therapy. It's therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say all that to say this, man. I've grown to respect Real Talk, and I wanted to always get that off my chest from the get-go because I never came at him in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? I gave him a fair shot, and he was right on point with a lot of his shots. You know what I'm saying? And if I would have came off negative off the rip, I would have never had, you know what I'm saying, got an opportunity to experience another person that's on a journey that's in some ways similar to mine and others. And he's a respectful guy. He's a down to earth guy. He's a real guy. He's not, you know, it doesn't speak with a lot of hyperbole. He's just kind of a factual guy. You know what I'm saying? A nonchalant, but at the same time passionate about talking about boxing. He just talk about boxing and he keep it real, and he stakes his point of views, and he can separate his opinions from facts, and he can talk about facts and opinions, and just a class act. And the last thing I want to say, because I felt like this is personal, but just recently he had lost his mother, and he was taking a step away from boxing. For him to even come on a YouTube platform to, you know, say when his mother was sick and she was dealing with the situation, and then for her to pass away, and to see him, I'm gonna take a break from YouTube, but I'm gonna be back. And when he came back, when he started making videos again, you know, it did a lot for me. It did a lot for me. It does a lot for me because I know about that loss. My mother is still living, but I lost almost everybody else as far as the grandmothers, grandfathers, father, uncles, cousins, friends, family. You lose a lot of people, and then recently, and then even on your wife's side, my wife has recently just lost so many people. Like they say, death come in threes, or sometimes death come in fours and fives and sixes. It just come all at once. So I know how people deal and grieve differently, and I know how strong you have to be to go and grow through losing somebody that close to you. Um, that's very impactful. And like I said, it did my heart real good to see Real Talk come back to his YouTube platform and talk about boxing. And every episode, every time he opens up his video, he says it's an honor. That's my neighbor. He says it's an honor, it's a privilege, and it's a blessing to come to you guys. And this is just YouTube. Don't take, hey, get over here. Don't take YouTube and the relationships you build on YouTube for granted, because you don't know how they're going to affect you and other people. You have no idea how you can touch people's lives, affect people's lives, influence people's lives. I know sometimes we just look at YouTube as a outlet to come and run off at the mouth and state our opinions, and sometimes it can get cluttered with a bunch of over opinionated conversations. But at the same time, some people dropping some gems. Some people are, putting another type of energy out there. To see him when I first seen him, he was an overweight guy. He always talking about his age. I think he like 42, maybe 43, and I'm 41. So he talking about his age, and I'm like, dude, we in the same boat. But he was at the time out of shape and overweight, and he changed up his diet and started getting in shape. And that energy, I just can relate to somebody that's putting the blood, sweat, and tears on YouTube. Literally, I done seen that man put sweat and tears on YouTube, and that is powerful. You know what I'm saying? And I can relate, because I feel like, at the end of the day, if you got a YouTube channel and you putting something out there, you put some energy out there, what's the point of it? Trying to get thousands of subscribers, man, yeah, that's cool. I hope that one day have 5,000, 8,000 subscribers. But at the end of the day, when you can come out and touch one person, I know that shit sound cliche, but it's the fact. When you can come out and touch one person to help them get through something they going through, and you not even really, you just living your life and putting your life out there, and you lose a loved one, but you still come back with a video hitting the heavy bag and sweating, and trying to keep improving yourself. And then you talking about something as simple as boxing and your thoughts about a fighting style versus another fighting style, how therapeutic that can be for somebody else when they go through the fire. And that's, to me, way more important, and way more of a motivation for what I do. So hopefully one day we bond a brothership between Real Talk Boxing and Nocturnal Thoughts, and a couple of other names I would name right now that I really rock with on YouTube, but I'm not gonna go there because I wanted this to specifically be to Real Talk Boxing, because he has specifically impacted my thoughts on what this whole thing is about, baby. What I do it for, and what I'm inspired by, and what I inspire to inspire, and what motivates me to motivate. You know what I'm saying? Right now, who encapsulates that? Who's the person that's at this very moment in time? When I think about the grind, and I'm talking about every day is a grind, and you really got to grind this life out, because you never know. Right now, on this YouTube thing, a lot of other channels is real entertaining. A lot of other channels is doing some great things. I still tune in, still salute. But the one right now that I'm saying, yo, man, I got to give you a salute, because you the truth. And when you say, the realest of the real, yeah, I said it. Every time you do, I say, I salute that. So this is a Nocturnal Thought, giving a special appreciation to you. Real Talk Boxing. Go over to his channel and hit the subscribe button. Trust me, you will not regret it. If you feel what I'm doing, trust me, take my word for it. Just go over there and subscribe. You ain't even got to watch 5 minutes of a video. Trust me, it's worth it. Salute, Real Talk Boxing. I'm up and I'm out.